sort of being suspended.
Yeah.
And they call it like the steeple jack or something because it helps send the sound out.
Oh, cool. That's
what it looks like the Chamber of Secrets with like the lid pulled off.
Yeah.
And we were in there with my stepbrother, but I do know what to talk about because I that day to walk to work. Yeah. Pretty dope. Are you still on here? Yeah, I like walking. Things before we get underway. As we are a Coast Guard inspection vessel, we just got to have our Coast Guard required safety talk. Mostly to let you know that our life jackets in this forward deck box, you don't got to wear them, you do just have to know where they are. We have a throwable life frame back at the stern. That's the same thing, just know where it is. We're going to leave it where it is. Know about it. We have these white cables or lifelines that run around the perimeter of the boat. They're great to use as a handhold or an armrest. We just ask that we don't use them as a seat. Okay, so you can't sit on these. We cannot have anyone go forward of the forward mast. Stuff swings around up there and there's tripping hazards. So that's going to be a crew-only space. This piece of rigging may move around a little bit at times, so you're just going to be mindful of it if you walk through this area. We do have a restroom on board, guys. It's located down in this midships compartment. Very important when we go below that we use the ladder like a ladder. So as I'm going to demonstrate, stepping onto the ladder while facing towards the back of the boat, go down slowly and carefully, and there are two strong handholds that are on either side. The restroom is located directly beneath where I'm standing right here. Pretty straightforward. There's a latch that keeps the door closed once you're inside. The square plaque on the back wall has the flush button. And we put a piece of red tape where you press and hold for 2 seconds, and the only thing that can go is normally in that. When you get your head already, a small amount of marine toilet tissue. There's a trash can down there for anything else. We have trash up on deck at the base of both of these masts. As far as getting out here, we're going to back out of this narrow slip. While we do that, we're just going to everybody standing in the If you want to be able to stand up and walk around, I encourage you to do so. Just ask you to wait until the crew lets you know that it's the appropriate time. We're going to go get the sails up and try to hunt down some wind. It looks like the flags are trying to fly. So we're all going to treat windy shots so we can hopefully clear the engine off. And we'll make sure to see all the sights and the sights really sure you're going to be doing your line. See anything you're curious about, say something. If you have any questions, say something. We're here for you. We're happy to accommodate anything we can. So if you need something, say something. These guys are going to make sure everybody who wants them will get a few champagnes or a few beers. We do have water as well. If anyone bought drink tickets, you can talk to them about that. The complimentary beers and champagnes, not necessarily bottomless, but they will make multiple rounds. It's not exactly a ring the bell, but they will come around. And if you need something, say something. Do hold on to your champagne cup if they'd rather refill it. They give you a new one each time for the sake of the environment. My name's Matt. I'll be your captain today. And the last thing is that this will be a non-smoking adventure, as well as a non-vaping adventure, and most certainly a non-swimming adventure. You must resist the temptation to fall off the boat. That all sounds good, guys. Just stay seated for this little bit. We'll stand up in about 2 minutes, all right?
That's great.
Let's get this. You're good. Just like that. 37?
34.
On the weekends, this place is like, oh yeah.
It's cool.
And they do like seafood festivals in here and stuff.
Yeah. It smells good.
Security, Scooter Quick, it's preparing to drop lines, evacuate from both dwarfs, stand by channel 1, please,
Sorry, I was leaning a little hard.
Might come ahead a little more.
Yeah.
Well, I like to kick that stern out a little bit so they don't just drag it down that piling. Because I got to make sort of a nest. That'll get inside Adirondack.
Mr. Adjustment.
It's pretty wide open right now, but sometimes it's a big yacht right here. It's super crowded. And so it gets real.
This is so.
I do have a bow thruster, but I do make a point to only use it. Some of the other people like decided they just are going to rely on it. That's fine. Security, Scooter Quinnick, preparing to exit Bowen's Wharf on the south side of Lobster Bars, and line ship 1613 progress. I got a little loud bar.
We'll find some way. Troy Lee.
Minnesota 12 meters on the base of America's.
Is that a Troy Lee?
No, that's a Hinkley.
Which one of these two in the American?
Actually, both of them did win the America's Cup. Yep, at a different time. Not a lot of action in here this particular day, but this is like.
You guys doing champagne or some beer?
I think a beer would be one.
Beer? Alright, we'll open beer. Beer?
Can I get anything that's not
Like
alcohol?
seltzer.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
Yeah, we got like polar seltzers too. Yeah, that you can just jump in that small cooler and get if you want.
Thanks.
Steve, I'm just gonna open this real quick.
Yeah, so there's just polar seltzers. You can have whatever you want. Yeah, well, there's a couple ways we can. You wanna
Thank you.
just real quick let them know they can stand up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he can stand. Sorry, I had it going.
Start cracking.
I don't know for which presidency, but that was a presidential job. Guys back here, you can definitely stand up and walk around, guys, if you want, for those back here.
Yeah, just a bunch of beers.
We do have Venmo as well.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys have that. Or we can just. Oh! What? What?
Hey!
What's up? Another. Woo! I don't know, girl. Yeah, I like your pants. They're beautiful. Oh.
Yay!
Turns out you can't leave your camera
She used to work for this company. Ben Garvin's fiance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
excellent paint.
That was awesome.
I feel a little something.
What, wind? Yeah, there's a little bit. Alright, so there it is. Yep. And then you can probably cast that thing at the time too. Well, I guess we don't have to brush this.
Just fine.
All right, how's everybody doing? Good. Right.
This season, and I love
Welcome out. Sunset sale. Not sure if there's going to be too much of a sunset tonight. Don't worry, we're going to heat things up. We're going to spice things up here. Okay? And so we're still going to have a wonderful night, beautiful night. We're going to have a lot of fun. Sunset sales are always the evening sales. These ones are always our favorite ones of the day. We've always got the best crowd, the best vibes, right? The vibe's strong here tonight, right? Feeling that. You guys feeling that?
Yeah.
Good, good. We're going to have a nice, fun, good night tonight, guys. It is also always our favorite. It does signify the beginning of the end of our workday. Of our workday. It's all the day's all over after this, and then I can trade this in from seltzer to a beer. But hey, guys, we're going to offer up a little toast to y'all before we start this journey tonight and have a lot of fun. Does everybody have a drink who wants one?
Yeah.
All right. Very good, very good. You may have heard this is just seltzer, I promise. You may have heard this, you may have not. Join in if you like. We're going to get the sales up after this, and we're going to have a great time. So it goes like this. They're good ships. They're great ships. They're ships to sail the sea. But the best ships are friendships. Aww. So here's to you and me. Yeah. Are you guys ready? We're gonna have a good night, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Great night.
Oh, thank you.
Got a little rain, guys.
Love it.
A little rain. Sorry, I used you as a person. You're okay? As a
There are
person, my
ponchos,
story.
yeah.
You got so prepared. What's the occasion, guys? Dinner? Yeah, where'd you guys go? Morning? How'd you like it? Yeah, it was great. Cool. Nice. You know who goes there? Judge Judy.
It's one of her favorite places.
Nope. This is Hammersmith Farms. This is about to say. You were absolutely right, my friend. But on like a half hour early.
How you feeling? Good. I know I've kind of been feeling a little bit of that New England sunshine come down on us here. I don't think it's going to get any more than this. Just that little fog, really. But high humidity, I think will be good. Well, hey guys, we're coming past one of the pretty notable sites here on Narragansett Bay. I'm sure maybe you have, maybe you haven't noticed this humble chateau off this rolling lawn. It's got all the stuff that you see. It's got red roofs right here, right? This is all part of Hammersmith Farm. Hammersmith Farm was originally an estate of the Auchincloss family. Not a lot of people have heard of them. They were early investors in Standard Oil. So they put a lot of money in the right place a long time ago. Good job. The gentleman who inherited it was Hugh Auchincloss. Nobody really knew too much about him until he married a woman named Janet Bouvier. Anybody heard of her? She was the mother of Jacqueline Bouvier, who then married Senator John Kennedy. Became Jackie Kennedy. So this was actually her favorite and one of her many childhood summer homes. This is her favorite childhood summer home. Summer home, yes. I'm sure she spent a Christmas or two here as well. Maybe at Thanksgiving, I don't know. But this was one of her favorite places to be in her childhood. You can see that building far off to the left there, those are horse stables. This is still a functioning, active farm. They do animal husbandry of heritage-breed farm animals. They breed and raise and train some of the highly sought-after polo ponies. They also breed some highly sought-after sheep that produce a very high-quality wool. They also have the belted Galloway cows, Shetland ponies, and I'm sure a few other chickens and llamas and things too. There's an organic produce section. You can buy some of that at local markets. And otherwise, guys, it's pretty much just also this massive, it's an 80-acre farm and estate. So Jackie was an avid equestrian. She would be out here riding horses quite a lot in her childhood. One thing to note about her childhood is this large structure that a lot of people ask if it's a lighthouse. It is not a lighthouse. Never was, never will be. It was a windmill. Right? You kind of see how it looks like a windmill.
Yeah.
That was a windmill converted into a guest house. So any guests that would stay in a 28-bedroom mansion after a dinner party, probably some, drinking and dancing and eating all night long, couldn't be bothered to stumble across this long lawn to stay in the guest house. It was virtually unused, and the kids took it over as their playhouse. And in fact, Jackie, in her memoirs, referred to it as her dollhouse. To this day, it's called Jackie's dollhouse. You might notice the square structure off to the left that looks a little out of place. That was built there by the farm carpenter and the family dog. Too old to walk up the stairs to watch the sunset with the kids. So they put in an elevator. That's what they did. A pretty relatable child.
That's huge.
Oh yeah. And he was also a marine biology professor, and he inherited a copper mine. So that's how he got his money. And then he went and did marine biology.
Have you followed Tim's restoration of fire at all?
No, not followed.
I have.
Yeah.
Just because I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah, I think I befriended him, but I can't remember.
He rarely posts now. He's kind of in a zone where he's just like, Red Red Returns.
We want to go. No, we want to go in between. We're going on the rock side.
Two greens.
Yeah, that one's after the other. We're gonna go closer to this little rock, and then pretty much straight up this waterway. We'll get in there. Later, I'll tell you about the cup that I sailed through that got in trouble, and all the owners of the boat came together and made it officially forbidden. And it's that little cut right there.
So go left harder.
I mean, probably. Yeah, left. We want to go. So there's the green and then that rock. We want to go closer to that rock. It's got like 9 turns to it, so you got to really, yeah. Just feel it out. Just go through between the middle of those green and that rock. You know what I'm saying?
The right into the rock.
Yeah. To the right of the rock, and the left of that green.
It's got 9 turns.
Yeah, lock to lock. Yeah, it's got 9 turns.
on, I'll tell him about this.
Is that music playing? All right, man. Yeah, Dan. I will.
If you're curious about this house out here on the rock, let me tell you about it. This is called Clingstone, okay? Clingstone, also known as the House on the Rock. Now, Clingstone was built in 1905 by the Wharton family. So the Whartons hold a business at the University of Pennsylvania. The company Bethlehem Steel. Joseph Wharton was a majority shareholder in the company Bethlehem Steel. Now, you saw his main estate down island over there, Horsehead Manor. Now, the Whartons, Joseph Wharton, he made a lot of money with Bethlehem Steel. Bethlehem Steel, they used it to build the Empire State Building, which at the time was the tallest building in the world. Now, they also used Bethlehem Steel to build the Claiborne-Pell Bridge that you see right there. You might not have heard of Claiborne Pell before, but he was a senator from here in Rhode Island. Now, Claiborne Pell came up with the Pell Grant. Have you guys ever heard of that? Yes. You guys get Pell Grants? Did Daddy Pell take care of you? Now, this is one of the longest, just quickly about the bridge, one of the longest suspension bridges in North America. 2.13 miles long, longer than the Golden Gate Bridge out in San Francisco, which is a measly 1.75. Now, it's not quite as tall as the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, but it is substantially longer, so we got them where it counts, guys. Yeah, that was for you, pal. I know I offended you with the lighthouse joke. You talking to her? All right, so back to the house on the rock. Built in 1905 by the Wharton family. The Whartons enjoyed this property all the way up until 1938. 1938, we had the worst hurricane that ever hit Rhode Island in its history, the Category 3 storm event known as the Hurricane of 1938. Now, the Hurricane of 1938 came on a day just like today, no warning whatsoever. There was no radar. No one had time to prepare, and because of that reason, it killed over 800 people in the state of Rhode Island. It put our capital, Providence, 35 miles up the bay under 15 feet of water. Now, after that storm event, by the way, the water came all the way up to that first row of windows you see right there, by the way. Look at that. That's a high storm surge. Now, as legend goes, Joseph Wharton's wife was inside the home when the storm hit. Now, she had the sense of mind to open all the doors and windows, allowing the storm water to pass through the home, sparing it from being ripped off the rocks. That's a mannequin, Doctor. Now, here we go.
Are we gonna get it?
Clearly offended this woman.
Oh man.
Maybe she get it. Does she did?
No.
All right, guys. So now, 1938, Joseph Wharton's wife's inside the home. The storm hits. The water comes up. She opens all the doors and windows, allows the storm water to pass through the home. She then hides out in the attic for 3 long days until her favorite son comes to get her. Why he waited 3 days, unknown. After that, the Whartons completely abandoned the property, and it was vacant from 1938 up until 1962. 1962, an architect from Boston named Henry Wood decides to purchase the property. Now, he approached the city of Jamestown. He said, "How much for the house on the rock?" They said, "You can have it for the back taxes, $3,600. So now, $3,600 later, he buys this estate, which at the time was completely wrecked. The roof had caved in through all 4 stories of the home. And he got to work on it immediately. He got his family and friends to help him. He didn't hire any contractors, did a lot of the work himself. He paid them in pizza and beer. True story. Now, many years later, he actually went as far as taking it off the grid. Solar panels, wind power, composting toilets, the works. He actually went back to the city of Jamestown. He said, "I don't have any kids in your school. I don't have a road to plow. My house is off the grid. I'm no longer paying your property taxes." They go to court over that. He ends up winning, paying no property tax on this island home to this day. The true libertarian dream realized right here in Jamestown.
Absolutely.
Now, if it ever burns down, the fire department can watch it burn down from shore.
Yeah.
Now, guys, it is a rental property. It's a rental property. If you want to get out there, you can. It's between $7,000 and $10,000 a week for rent. Plenty of space for you, your family, and friends to get out there, get weird, get loud. And remember, if they call the cops, they're not coming anyway. Now, I was hoping that something would happen here. there was a person outside. I'm gonna leave you this little tidbit of information about this house. There is a tradition at this estate. And see, Henry Wood was an interesting guy. What he would do is on nights like tonight, he would drag a gong up to that widow's walk on the roof. The widow's walk is that like deck on the roof there. Yeah. Now he'd drag a gong up there, and as boats pass by, especially on sunset cruises, he would ring the gong to get everyone's attention, and then turn around and drop his pants. That tradition lives on to this day. Okay? Now on some nights, I say, people, sometimes the moon rises over here, but some nights the moon rises right here. I implore any one of you to fire back. I'm on the clock. All right, that's quick stuff.
Yeah, that's in 2 weeks. They're getting set up because they're going to build a whole floating dock. It's going to come out to about where we are. Oh yeah, there's going to be, what's this for? The Newport Boat Show, which is a very big deal. It starts on the 14th, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
So they're building those docks and then they're moving back?
Well, they have it built and stored somewhere, and they deploy them.
So
And then,
they can move them anywhere.
yeah, and then they will deploy them and set them up, and then they will go back to the storage. They've been built. Yeah. They built it at some point. Well, probably for, I don't know, in the 80s. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? We having a good time? Did we have fun? Well guys, as I'm sure you can tell, we are making our way back into our narrow dock space. Hey, for my friends up here, I'm just going to grab everybody's attention here real quick. We just got to go over a couple things about getting back on the dock. Basically, I'm just going to have everybody do what you're doing so well and just remain in your seats. That will help us out with our movement about the deck and our docking procedures, and just stay seated in our vision. It's going to take us a few moments to get a dock line secure. I'll let you know when the stairs are secure and it's safe to step off the boat. Other than that, did everybody have fun? Yeah. All right. And how about my crew, guys? How about Dan and Jack here? Very good. Well, hey guys, if you do feel like they did a good job keeping you safe, showing you a good time, and taking care of you, you can demonstrate your appreciation by taking care of them. We do very much work in the tourist industry, or the service industry, and so we will humbly ask for your generosity when we say hang up this humble rusty dusty gratuity bag right next to the stairs where you step off the boat. We appreciate anything that falls in there. We do have Venmo as well. If that's for your style, I'll have a QR code on the dock after you step off the boat. You can talk to me about that. Guys, we are going to be sailing until the end of October. And we'd love to see you again. If you find yourself back in town, you know where to find us. Otherwise, guys, please do remember to stay in the streets. Get out in the water with you. You have a great rest of your time in Newport. Great rest of your summer. Great rest of your life. And it's been a pleasure, guys. Thanks so much. Yeah, it's nice. I'll tell you what, when we get our
Oh, good.
did. Even close.
All right, come on guys, let's go this way.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is school start after Labor Day? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, enjoy. I'm sorry.
That whiskey bar is so
wide you chose, but you got a thinner diameter that's like smooth. That's just like a bad idea. Something you got a ball that's gonna have weight that's bended and straight up. Yeah, I mean it's just hard to hold on to. Your hand slips more than if you're it's hard. It just makes it so much harder. Things like whenever I do those kind of things, I know what I'm talking about, and like people, they don't. That's well, like what you're doing is reinventing yourself. You have a desire
Business at the University of Pennsylvania. Built as kind of a summer getaway. Their primary estate is on Connecticut Island in Jamestown. It's called Horsehead Manor. And I'll point it out to you when we're a little bit further south. It's the largest private estate in Jamestown. It's never changed hands. It's still in the Wharton family to this day. So some say that Clingstone was developed as a man cave for Mr. Wharton to get away from Mrs. Wharton, but we can't really confirm that or deny it. But of course, Mrs. Wharton fell in love with the property and spent a lot of her time here in the summers. It was in the family for about 34 years until the hurricane of 1938 made landfall here, directly hitting Rhode Island. The worst direct hit of a hurricane ever in recorded history. So that put 15 feet of water in downtown Providence and unfortunately killed about 600 people. And the storm surge went actually almost up to the second floor of Clingstone. So Mrs. Wharton was in the house when the storm surge hit. She was smart enough to open all the doors and windows, which allowed the surge to pass through the house instead of ripping it off the rocks. That's why we call it Clingstone. It is fairly well anchored to the rocks using Bethlehem steel. Of course, the Whartons being early investors in Bethlehem steel. The same steel used to construct the Claiborne Pell Bridge, the Empire State Building, among many thousands of other notable structures throughout the country. So Mrs. Wharton was unfortunately trapped in the attic clinging to the rafters for about 3 days until her then favorite son rescued her from the attic. Nobody knows why it took 3 days for her to get there, but it did. She was so traumatized by the event that she prohibited her family from ever returning to the property because she was in charge and that exactly what happened. Henry Wood was sailing his private sailboat up the bay. He thought it had some potential, so he reached out to the town of Jamestown. They were about to tear it down and condemn it, but Mr. Wood reached out and said, "Can I buy that property?" And they said, "Sure," for the back taxes of $3,600. You can buy the property, so he got a great deal on that. Mr. Wood spent the next 8 to 10 years renovating the house. They say he invited his friends over and they would drink beer and swing hammers. I think that's why it took about 10 years instead of 5. But they put a couple $1 million into the house, and one of the things they did was they took it totally off the grid. So you can see the turbine on top, there's some solar panels, there's a composting toilet, there's a rain collection system. So there's no utilities whatsoever running from the town of Jamestown. So when Mr. Wood took it off the grid, he contacted the town and said, pretty hovercraft we've had a little more wind than expected. If you need more drinks, please don't hesitate to holler.
Lower it. It's gonna be able to lower under its own weight. So that's like a little more ideal
Yeah, that's
way to do it. Now, Ben is gonna have his ways. Does Ben, when he wants to drop it, and just fully the rest of the
No,
time?
he likes to drop towards almost like he did we see binding. We don't see any plumbing lights. We see a lot of heat to be on.
All right, we ready? There we go.
I want to see double-handed all the way up.
They sometimes do. Yeah, it like has come back to like mess that up.
Oh, I didn't get to see it with them. Oh, cool.
You can pick that out.
Snooze packets down there?
Well, there's Zins.